Let me take you through how to set up your KitchenAid food processor and also what the accessories are used for. Let's start with the 9-cup food processor. The 9-cup food processor and the 7-cup food processor are almost identical, just different sizes, and the 9-cup comes with a few more accessories. Let's start with the bowl. The bowl just lifts up and clicks back down simply into place, no twisting or turning. The clip on the lid flips up and the lid lifts off simply as well, and you've got your 2-piece feed pusher inside the lid. Inside the bowl, everything stores inside the bowl. So we've got a reversible slicing and grating disc, a whisk accessory for whisking egg whites or whipping a little bit of cream, a dough blade for small pizza doughs, pasta doughs or bread doughs. And the 9-cup comes with a quad blade, so a 4-bladed multi-purpose blade for all your chopping, pureeing and mixing. The blades just simply lift up and off the drive adapter. So you put the drive adapter on the food processor over the center of the food processor bowl and choose which blade. So the multi-purpose blade then just slides over that one as well. Remove that. If you're wanting to put the dough blade, that just slides over there as well. Your disc accessories also just sit on top of the blade. So the reversible grating and slicing disc, depending on what you want to, if you want to grate or you want to slice, it does tell you on the disc which side it is. So the grating always faces up and that just slides on the top of the food processor. If you find the disc is sitting down and not aligned with the top of the bowl, that's actually the storage mode. So you need to lift it up. It's very hard to see, but there is a line on the top of this disc and a line on your blade, and that white line needs to align for it to sit up the top, and that's where it sits when you're using the food processor. So remember, if it's sitting down, you need to twist it around till it sits at the top of the bowl. And if you want to slice, you just flip the blade over and pop it on top of the bowl as well. And then of course the lid just slides into place onto the handle. So that slides down and you just click that into place. So that's the 9-cup food processor. The 13-cup food processor has a lot more accessories, a bigger size and a lot more accessories stored inside the bowl. It works the same. The bowl just lifts up and clicks back down. The lid flips up as well and comes off for easy access to the bowl. In the top of the bowl of the 13-cup food processor is your disc, a dicing disc accessory. So there is actually 3 pieces to this disc accessory. The little handles here, you just slide that along, and there are little padlocks with unlock and lock, so you know which way to twist it, and that just slides off there. And then you've got your blade. So being very careful not to cut yourself and only touch the black parts. So that's the blade. And then that's where your dicing comes out there. And to simply put it back together, you pop the blade on the top there. There is only one way the blade can go, so you'll know it only sits in. If it sits, it won't sit in flush if you have it the wrong way. And then you take the cap and you just line that up and you just twist it to lock it back into place. Then we've got a little caddy inside the 13-cup, which you just grab the little handles and the whole caddy comes out of the bowl. In that caddy, you've got a coarse and a fine grating disc, so coarse on one side and fine on the other. You've got a slicing disc as well. So this is one disc. The 13-cup does 6 different thicknesses of slicing. I'll show you how to do that, but that's your slicing disc. Then inside your little caddy, on the top of the caddy is stored your dough blade. So that just slides back into there. It's a little magnet which just clicks that one into place. And underneath the caddy is where your multi-purpose blade is stored. So once again, being careful not to cut yourself, there is the multi-purpose blade there. And the drive adapter and the cutting tool for your dicing kit are all stored around the side. So that's your drive adapter here. And you just pull that out. Then the little cap to the drive adapter sits in here as well, and that slides over your drive adapter. And the tool for the dicing kit comes out like that as well. So let me show you how it all assembles. So we take the drive adapter and that slides over the little shaft in the center of the bowl. So let's have a look at the slicing disc first. So one disc that slices 6 different thicknesses. So that just like, there's little finger holes here, which makes it really easy to be able to attach your slicing disc. So that just sits on the top there. Then I'm going to put the lid back on, but you'll notice on the lid is this little dial here. And that's got numbers on the lid from 1 to 6. And that's where you adjust your slicing of your food processor. So 1 being the finest, being 1 mil. And then if you want it thicker, you slide it around to whatever size you want. So all the way, the thickest is 6. So that's how you adjust the slicing disc. So that dial only works for the slicing disc. It does not adjust any other disc. It's purely for the slicing. So we can remove that, and all your other blades just simply slide over that adapter as well. So your grating, so if you want coarse or fine, it does tell you which side to is coarse and fine. So that just sits on top as well. Your multi-purpose blade slides over the shaft and just twist to put that into place down there as well. Same as your dough hook. Your dicing accessory as well slides into the bowl. There are little latches you have to line up, and that just clicks into place, and then you pop your lid on. Now, if you've accidentally twisted the top of the dicing kit to the unlock mode, the lid won't go on. So you have to make sure that's twisted and all aligned for the lid to go on and for the disc to work. So that's how to set up and what accessories you use for your food processors.